The mechanic thought he was helping a mere soldier, unaware she was the empress of an entire galaxy. The hangar of Outpost 49 smelled of engine grease, welding sparks, and ozone. Ships limped in daily, battered by skirmishes at the far reaches of the frontier. Most arrived barely holding together. Patched hulls, sputtering thrusters, scorched plating. It was Cale Wren, the outpost's chief mechanic, who kept them flying. He wasn't a soldier, nor did he pretend to be one. His battlefield was the engine room. His weapons, a hydrospanner, a plasma torch, and a stubborn refusal to let any machine die under his watch. That night, as he wiped oil from his scarred hands, a new figure appeared at the edge of the hangar. She wore the plain gray armor of a frontline infantry soldier, dented and scarred. Her helmet was tucked under one arm, revealing eyes that glowed faintly with gold flecks, a trait Cale couldn't place. Her presence radiated both weariness and sharp intensity. "My fighter's crippled," she said flatly, voice steady but urgent. "They said you're the only one who can bring it back online."
Cale smirked.
"They flatter me. Let's see the patient." The craft she brought was like nothing he'd seen before. Its lines were too elegant for standard military issue, its systems far too advanced. Plasma conduits braided seamlessly into the hull, and its engine hummed with a resonance that felt almost alive. "This isn't any frontline fighter," Cale muttered, running his scanner over it. "Where'd you steal this beauty?" The soldier's lips twitched. "Not stolen. Issued." He raised an eyebrow. "Issued?" To a grunt? "Either the brass has gone mad, or you're not who you say you are." She tilted her head, amused. "Fix it first. Then you can ask questions." The repair. Hours passed as Cale tore into the craft. Its systems were intricate, weaving layers of technology he'd never studied. Whoever designed it was centuries ahead of human engineering. He found himself muttering, sketching diagrams on the hangar floor, rerouting energy cells, and improvising connectors from scrap parts. All the while, the soldier watched silently, her gaze sharp. "You've done this before," she said finally. Cale snorted. "Born with a wrench in my hand. Back home, while others played soldier, I played engineer. Guess I wasn't built for killing." "You don't believe fixing ships saves lives?" she asked. He paused, looking at her. "Every fighter I patch up flies another day. Every soldier it carries lives a little longer. Maybe that's enough." She studied him, as though weighing the truth of his words. By dawn, the fighter's engines purred like a predator awakening. Cale stepped back, sweat-soaked but grinning. "She'll fly again." The soldier brushed a hand along the hull, almost reverently. "You've done more than fix her. You've restored her spirit." Cale chuckled. "Machines don't have spirits." Her golden eyes flickered. "Some do." The revelation. Over the next days, she kept returning. Sometimes with small adjustments she wanted, sometimes with little more than excuses to talk. Her name, she finally offered, was Lyra. She spoke little of her past, deflecting questions with wry humor. But rumors spread. Some soldiers whispered about a ghost commander, fighting alongside them, appearing at the bloodiest battles, turning the tide, then vanishing. Cale noticed how officers straightened when Lyra walked past, though she wore no insignia. One evening, as Cale tuned the stabilizers, a squadron rushed into the hangar. Their captain dropped to one knee before Lyra. "Your Majesty," he said, voice trembling. "Enemy fleets breach the outer rim. The Council begs your command." Cale froze, his hydrospanner clattering to the floor. He turned slowly. "Majesty." Lyra sighed, her eyes softening. "I had hoped you wouldn't learn this way." Cale stared at her. "You're what?" "Royalty." Her voice carried a weight he hadn't heard before. I am Empress Lyra of the Orion Dominion, sovereign over 12 systems, guardian of the Celestial Accord. Kale's jaw nearly hit the deck. The soldier he thought he'd been patching ships for wasn't just anyone. She was ruler of half the galaxy. He let out a stunned laugh. I thought you were a grunt with a fancy ship. Lyra smiled faintly. Perhaps I wanted you to. The middle conflict. Kale's world tilted. He couldn't reconcile the woman who watched him solder circuits with the empress who commanded fleets. Yet Lyra didn't act like rulers from the stories. Cold, distant, untouchable. She carried herself like a warrior who bled beside her people. But danger loomed. Scouts reported a coalition of rival species amassing against the Orion Dominion, intent on erasing its rule, and Earth, newly allied, was caught in the crossfire. One night, Lyra returned to the hangar, no longer hiding her regalia. Her armor shimmered with golden inlays, her cloak trailing like a fragment of starlight. Yet her expression was grim. They will come here, Kale. They will burn this outpost, slaughter every soul, unless we stand. Kale frowned. And what do you want from me? I'm no soldier. I want your mind, Lyra said simply. Your ingenuity. You see what others don't.
Machines obey you.
I need that. Kale hesitated, then nodded slowly. Then let's make them regret ever pointing their guns this way. The battle. When the enemy fleet descended, the outpost trembled under bombardment. Fighters screamed across the skies. Soldiers clashed in the corridors. At the command deck, Lyra's voice cut like a blade, issuing orders with precision and calm. Beside her, Kale improvised with the outpost systems, overloading conduits, reprogramming turrets, turning maintenance drones into weapons. The battle raged for hours. At one point, the enemy breached the hangar. Kale found himself wielding a plasma torch, holding off intruders while Lyra fought like a storm of steel and fire, her golden eyes blazing. Thought you weren't built for killing, she shouted over the chaos. I lied. Kale roared back, swinging the torch. By dawn, the enemy fleet lay shattered. Outpost 49 still stood. The ending. After the smoke cleared, Kale slumped against a wall, exhausted. Lyra approached, lowering her helmet. You fought well, she said. Kale laughed weakly. I fixed more guns than I fired. And yet, she replied, you saved more lives than any soldier here. He looked at her, still bewildered. You're an empress. You could have ordered me. Why ask? Her gaze softened. Because true strength is not in command. It's in choosing to stand when you could walk away. And you, Kale Wren, chose to stand. For the first time, Kale realized she wasn't untouchable royalty. She was human or near enough. Flesh and blood. Someone who needed allies, perhaps even friends. Lyra extended her hand. Will you serve me? Not as subject, but as ally? Kale grinned, gripping it firmly. Long as you've got ships that need fixing, Empress. She smiled, radiant, fierce, and almost vulnerable. And for the first time in his life, Kale felt that maybe, just maybe, a mechanic could matter as much as a soldier.